Hi Aries, welcome to your love reading. My name is Naomi and I'm coming to you from Ananda Healing Arts. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm going to be doing a reading between yourself and your person. Please note that this is a general reading only and only take what resonates, throw away the rest, and I hope that you guys get something out of this. I'll be doing a love spread, so this will be an energy from yourself and your person and the messages from spirit or some medicine this week. All right. So let's take a look. I'm using the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann, and I'll be clarifying with the Light Seers Tarot. Alright, the first card to come out is the Wheel of Fortune, which is on your side. This is your mental energy at this time. For your person, we've got the Magician, beautiful, both major arcana, loving that. What have we got for the heart space for yourself here, Aries? We have the Knight of Materials, amazing. All right, and we have on your person side in the heart space the Empress, beautiful, another major arcana. I love that for you guys as well, Aries. Let's see what we've got for how you're seeing the relationship. We've got the Death card coming through, and from your person here, Aries, we have the Muse of Voices. So this is the King of Swords in this deck. The energy that you're bringing into the connection at this time is the Tower. Okay, amazing. And the message that we've got and the energy coming in from your person at this time is the Four of Inspiration. Beautiful. What have we got coming through the middle? So crowning, we've got the Seven of Inspiration, which is the Seven of Wands. We have in this heart space two cards coming out, the Page of Emotions and the Six of Emotions. So this is the Page of Cups and the Six of Cups. Beautiful. I'll leave those there. And what have we got as the advice from Spirit, please, in regards to this connection at this time? The Nine of Cups, the Nine of Emotions coming through for you guys. Underlying, we have the Four of Cups. Okay. So interestingly, from your person's side here with the Magician, they're really in a time of manifesting you. I feel like if that's where their heart space is, it's like they're trying to refresh or re-engage with you in some way that feels more in alignment with how they're feeling. I do find with the Magician, this can be somewhat of an energy of like trying to ground down some ideas. They've been really in their head a lot about you and being in a position at the moment here of like, how do I get into Aries good books, or how do I get back into Aries communication lines? Do you know what I mean? They may be trying to manifest something fresh to re-engage you at this time here, Aries. We do have the wheel changes happening. This is an energy of destiny and shifts and beautiful auspicious things coming through. So mentally you can obviously see that your person is definitely feeling like somebody that you could have past lives with. I do get that sense of like, this is a very magic connection here. So if you're in separation at the moment, this can really represent you picking up on some intuitive nudges, or there's been some shifts going on that you can feel like they're either coming back or wanting to communicate again with you. If you're in a connection that's established at the moment, it's like we need to start changing our way we're relating, or just shaking things up a little bit, refreshing the energy from what I can feel here. The Empress card coming up in the heart space of your person is a really beautiful energy to be getting, because this really represents like, being able to provide some gifts, some like they're feeling very much like, as the Empress, that you're providing them so much nurturance and feeling loved. This is very much the mother archetype. So it's like they get this sense of you being, just somebody that they can really lean into and trust. And I'm getting this sensation as well. It's like it's been hard won. Like there's been a lot of sacrifices that have come to get to you guys being together here. And they can really feel how grateful and how much they've really worked energetically to get here. Again, they feel like there's a lot at stake here and a lot available as well. I do get that sensation with the Four of Inspiration, which is the Four of Wands. Like they're really grateful for you. They're trying to show you their appreciation, because again, it's like you're giving them so much nourishment and so much yum yums here. I do get the sense from your side with the Knight of Materials in the heart space, it's like steady as she goes, whatever's required, like you very much feeling grounded at the moment. It is a pentacle energy, so it's saying, look, whatever the task at hand is in front of me, I'm ready to do what it takes to make sure that this relationship is staying on track, and that we do feel this sense of like gratification, because again, you know, like you've got somebody that's going to last the test of time here, and it's somebody who's really feels very much in your destiny, somebody that you keep bumping into, or that it just feels like, you know, the universe really conspired to get you guys together. I don't know why I'm saying that so much at this time, just because normally that would be seen as a card of like, you know, the Lovers or the Two of Cups, but the Wheel of Fortune in this headspace, it's like you're really thinking upon that destiny type vibe, you know, like that energy of like, wow, like the universe really did me a doozy on this one, you know, like I feel like at the same time, it's like maybe now the changes that are happening between you guys are really bringing in a fresh energy here. I do get the Death card coming in as how you're seeing this connection. So this, to me, the Death represents a rebirth. So this is something where you're like, wow, this person is changing the game for me. Like I can't expect the old narrative with this one, you know. And again, it's like, how is this shifting and changing and killing off anything that's just no longer viable in how to operate in this relationship? Again, you and yourself are asked to take a look at perhaps some of those patterns or some of that stuff that's going on within your head, to reignite and revise like how it is that you've been approaching this situation. Again, I feel very much like this is an omen of goodwill and also an omen of refreshedness that's going on here. The Death card is often like misconstrued as something like ending or you know, severing of the ties, but have a look in your own way of how you're relating to this, what has been ending, and how you're navigating this situation. Maybe it's skepticism, maybe it's like not trusting because you've had old relationships which have brought up wounds in the past that, you know, might be coming to the surface here. This person's really like wanting to navigate that with you. The Muse of Voices, I feel like with the King of Swords, is the communication's really good here, and again, they're very sure of you, which is again a very healing element to this energy, because you've got somebody who's doing it by the book, wants to do it by the book, is kind of leaning into more of that traditional nature, and again, very sure of how they're feeling about you at this time. Again, if you're not in communication right now, be prepared for that, because that's where they're thinking. They're wanting to step in and actually start to talk about the hard stuff. Again, the Empress, they're seeing your worth, they're seeing what you're bringing to the table, and it's nourishing and it's beautiful. Again, Magician, we've got some ideas coming to the forefront. We really want to ground those in. With the Four of Inspiration, this can be to do with the home. So your person's really thinking about nesting and, you know, getting down to business. Is the home good enough for you guys? Maybe we're thinking about other options to buy a new house, or to you know, renovate, or to make something a bit more environmentally happy for the both of you. How can we nurture that environment? How can we bring in more of what we're grateful for with the Four of Inspirations? Also feeling like they do feel that connection with you as well. I think this has been on like, it's been turned up. I'm getting this image of like the fire like really burning, like the embers are just like they're getting fired up about these new ideas of what they want to do. So be prepared. We might actually have a very, you know, logical conversation about where to take you know, to take this next. Are we going to find a house that we can nest together, or look for a place to buy, for example? You know, this could be those kind of things that they're wanting to bring to this relationship. And again, with the Tower card, you've got like some big sudden shocks or changes, so don't be surprised if maybe the information that's coming through from your person is going to take you by surprise. You know, Aries, this could be like, oh, we're feeling pretty settled right now, things are ticking along. I definitely feel the fact that this is very predestined, very much something that I'm happy with right now. But the Tower's like, well, let's step it up a notch. Let's actually give you this option that comes out of nowhere. I find with the Tower, because it is something that you're not expecting, you know, the universe is trying to put something in your place at the moment here, Aries, to get you out of your funk and give you guys a chance to maybe build together, you know, get that stuff rolling at this time. The Seven of Inspiration crowning at this is like, very, very discerning. Like I find it can be a defensive energy, but in this reading, I'm not feeling that so much. I'm feeling more of the fact that we've got a feeling of like not giving up or being very particular about what you're trying to create here. So the both of you at this time need to get these ideas on the ground. Don't be shy to say, I'm not really driving on that kind of house, or not really driving on that next step. I'd really like to see it go here. And again, be very sure of what it is that you're focusing on. It's a group effort as well. So the two of you have to be really mindful of like how you're co-creating at the moment, and taking each other's, stance very seriously. Again, I feel like there's an element here of, because there's some changes, because we're trying to move towards something that feels more grounded, I think that both of you and your opinions, or what it is that's coming up for you, is going to be a really beautiful chance to dance in this energy. The heart of it is the Page of Emotions and the Six of Emotions. So again, this is like maybe taking a look at what you guys have dreamed about in the ideal situation, taking a look at how this might not have necessarily worked in the past, but we've got the Page of Emotions, so it's about being very imaginative, getting yourself into a position of thinking about those old ideas in a new realm, like because you've got somebody who's workable here, because you've got somebody who's really wanting to take this to the next step. I think that that's actually changing the way that you communicate here, Aries. Again, you are stepping in and open to this person, and this person here is just saying, look, I've got some dreams that I really want to get off the table here, Aries, and I'd like you to be a part of this. I really want you to be in my journey at this moment. How can we co-create today? How can we formulate the best possible outcome for our home life, for how it is that we envisage our days? Are we going to plant our garden? Are we going to create that beautiful that beautiful dream here? Again, the Six of Emotions under the Page of Emotions, I'm really taking in the heart of it. It's like, don't give yourself over to the idea that if it didn't work in the past, that you can't have it now. You've got somebody who's really wanting to go, okay, Aries, what ideas have you got? Okay, well, if we want to live in this suburb, let's take a look at that. I don't really necessarily agree with that suburb per se, but there's one right next to it that's got a bigger house. It's like, it feels very workable. It feels very much like you've got somebody negotiating here. The Nine of Emotions, the medicine, this is the wishes and desires coming true for both of you. I feel like you're both each other's manifestations here. I do get this sense with the Nine of Cups representing the idea of like, you have the opportunity to create the ideal situation here because you've got workable communication, you have similar, values working out here. It's like the both of you finally get the chance to feel gratified in what it is that you're creating here. And again, Four of Cups, it's like letting go of any past old hurts or memories of when you actually brought this up in a previous relationship and it wasn't met, or there was struggles, or people were just trying really hard to get their way versus your way. Interesting, we've got two cards that fell on the ground here, so I'm just gonna pull those up and see what's coming up here for you guys. All right, beautiful. So we have the Hierophant and the Emperor. Oh, that's a bit delightful. So the Hierophant is about, a real commitment coming up at the moment. Traditions, sure, obviously taking a look and seeing how, the both of you can mesh. But the Emperor is about planning and being in a position at this time to make sure that, you've got the foundations of what you're creating. This can be a time of like putting things on a storyboard, brainstorming, getting these ideas out on paper, taking a look at, the reality of like potentially if this is to do with, a new home or a new house stability, like what do we need to get in place at the moment to make sure that this gets grounded in? And again, the Hierophant, it's like, you've got somebody of potentially even a marriage or a committed relationship. If you wanted to get married, this would be a very, very good omen. This would be coming from the Emperor energy, so the masculine in the dynamic, really stepping up and going, right, I want to lead. I want to take this to the next step, Aries. Like, how can we work this? And again, I do feel like you've been wanting to create this, Aries, from a place of like, really honoring the both of your visions, you know, like it's like a co-creation here. Magicians, like, how do we do this, Aries? What are we gonna create here for the betterment of everybody? This is like really considering everyone as well, is what I can feel here. Yeah, Seven of Cups coming up with the wheel. So what options are available here? How can we really do this so that we can get our best possible outcome? Again, think outside the box, Aries. You know, you've got somebody who wants to take these ideas and roll with them. Okay, Four of Cups coming through here. Just, I feel like with your person as well, like just being reassuring of them that they've got the tools, or that they can help, because again, you've got this element of wanting to build something that's super colorful, but it's like there's almost like the only blocks that I can feel of how this is being created is just like disappointments from the past, or it doesn't exactly look like you thought it was going to look here. And this is coming from your person. So I feel like at the same time, like, yeah, just waiting on options. Maybe they're waiting on you to give them the go-ahead. Do you know what I mean? Like they're kind of sitting here wanting to present this beautiful opportunity for you here. And have we been maybe lacking the communication, or have we maybe been stifling our ideas? Again, be really sure about what it is that you're trying to create here, Aries. In the heart space with the Eight of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles, again, this could be potentially walking away from what you're actually, like what you've got established right now. The Knight of Materials with the Eight of Cups says we need to walk in a direction that feels more gratifying and satisfying to our emotional needs here. So again, if this is like the two of you coming together in a household, or, you know, being put in a position where we're thinking of having a bit of a sea change, this could really draw up some, you know, some things around, you know, letting go of people, or being in a position at the moment of, you know, completely shifting what you've already been creating. And again, this may have been while you were in your single life. This is walking away from that single life and walking into, you know, that co-creation, that commitment here. Again, I think you're wanting to do it willingly. I don't feel this sensation that you're being pushed into this at all here, Aries, but just understanding that even with any changes, there's always those growing pains. So this could be, you know, letting your family know that you're moving away, or moving down, moving to a different city or area. Do you know what I mean? It's like it's not necessarily easy, but it is going to be something that's going to provide you this amazing new new opportunity, new things. All right, we've got the Queen of Pentacles coming through for you in for your person here, Aries. So the Empress and the Queen of Pentacles, again, they're really sure of you. I do get this sense with the Queen of Pentacles. This is again giving you a notification that they're feeling very nurtured by you, or feeling very nurtured by this relationship. And again, they're really kind of calm and settled in this connection with you as well. So I feel like, again, if this is a separation, or if the two of you are, you know, learning to come back into together, I think it's a really nice confirmation that you can, like, be gentle. And again, it's the way that you nurture this person that really is what's bringing them back. You know, there's a certain way that you talk to them, there's a certain way that you take care of them, there's a certain way that you really provide them this feeling of confident and assuredness. And again, it's like, I find the Queen of Pentacles is like the cooked meals, and the you know, you've made their bed, and the cuddles, and, you know, the sweet nothings that it's all very material, it's all very physically what you're doing, that they're very much enjoying here. The Death card with the Eight of Pentacles, so this is about maybe changing to do with the workability of the situation. I find, like, as well, like, you're willing to do things above and beyond what you have in previous relationships here, Aries, only because there's been such an amazing amount of growth that's coming through from this connection. The Eight of Pentacles really represents, like, how can I master myself? How can I master this energy so that I can step in and be what this other person needs? Again, this person really provides you a lot of inspiration to do better, be better, grow through this as well. So again, that Death card in the Eight of Pentacles, it's like new tools in the tool belt, new abilities that are coming through at the moment because of this connection. It's again providing you an opportunity to just step it up a bit. Again, I get that sensation of, like, you've got somebody really loving you at the moment, but at the same time there's an element of you know, this person wanting to draw in new ideas and this new chapter, but they may actually have a couple of insecurities about whether or not that they're going to really be able to rise to this as well. I don't think that there's going to be, just because of the way that they're feeling about you. But again, it's just down to the communication and how this planning is going to come about. The Knight of Wands in their energy here with the King of Swords, like really playful, fun, enjoyable energy. Again, this person's got ideas. This person's got, you know, a real vision for what they're trying to create here. So I think there's more changeability on your side from what I can see here, Aries, about like being quite malleable to how this situation is going to twist and turn here. But again, I feel like from your side, you're ready for a change, or you're ready to get out of that funk. And the Four of Inspiration here with them is just like, I'm ready to, you know, finally pour my heart and my soul and my energy into this. Beautiful. Two of Wands coming through as a confirmation with this Tower card, which to me really represents an opportunity of like making decisions. And I think that this decision is going to come out of left field. Like, again, I feel like it's a bit of a move for some of you here, and that there's an element of like having to really sit with the logistics or the reality of what's going to be required here. Ace of Swords, they're very much aware that they're wanting to get inspired here. King of Swords coming up again for them. So I feel like they want to talk about some new ideas. They want to talk about what they've been coming up with. Again, I feel like with the Magician card, this is like somebody who's been really thinking about the logistics, or thinking about what will work for the both of you. You know, maybe the current home situation, while fine, it's not being built by both of you. It's like it's kind of leaning in on one person's ideas first and foremost, and this other person's just like, well, I want to have my say, or I want to have my opportunity to give to this and provide something that's going to be longer lasting or built together. Like, I feel like there's an element of unity that's happening here between the two of you here, Aries, that's required. And again, this is somebody who's really wanting to speak out and be very sure about their ideas before they do speak out, but they're certainly aware of what they're wanting to create here. And again, it's about you. They're wanting to take this into account. They're afraid potentially that you're not necessarily going to agree with their ideas, but I get this sense of like, okay, like Aries is a bit open. Like, I do get that we've got an openness, like what ideas here, like what can we do, what are our options. Like, I feel like you're open to this. I'm happy to change and walk away, but we need a workable solution. We need some things here that provide us that opportunity. Page of Swords coming up in the central position. So this is about doing a bit of research, having a look at what's available in the areas that you're looking at. Again, I don't know why I'm getting this sensation of a move. If it's not a move, then it's just like, how it is that, what ideas do we need so that we can build this legacy together? If you how can we level up this relationship now to feel like it's both people as a team creating things within it? Again, I don't know why it's sounding like they may be one-sided, but maybe the both of you have had relationships in the past where you felt one-sided, or you felt like you had all of these ideas and the other person's like, meh, I'm good, I'm good as how it is, Whereas I feel like with this one, it's just like, no, like Aries is like, well, how can we build this up even further? And your partner's like, yeah, like I want to do this with you. I want to be able to like mortgage a house together. I want to feel like we've both got something that we can pour our hearts and our lives into. You know what I mean? It's really gorgeous. The Page of Cups coming up, double energy. I love it when we have two that's why I use different decks, because it provides us that confirmation to see like what's going on there. But the Page of Cups is still reminding us to stay in our imagination here. Keep it open. Like you can see in this card, there's a little piggy, and he's got some wings there, Aries, which is reminding us to stay in a space of like openness to ideas, and perhaps even revisiting things that may not necessarily have worked with a previous partner that's actually going to sit and fly in this one. The High Priestess, it's like you guys are getting intuitive nudges that something needs to change here, or you're getting intuitive nudges that you're requiring a level up here, a deepening of this commitment, an ability to form some kind of stable situation moving forward. But keep that imagination flying and be in a position at the moment of like walking into this in a place that feels very open. With the eights, we've got a lot of mastery happening on your side here, Aries. We've got a lot of somebody who's really recognizing you for all the wonderful things that you're providing them in this. Again, you're giving this person life and energy and ideas and hope for the future. And I think if you lean into this, it will really feel fantastic. You've got a lot of Pages energy, so be prepared for the communication lines to be open, but also just to allow the ideas to kind of have free form of like floating out there and giving rise to this new opportunity here. So I really appreciate you being along here for the ride, Aries. I hope that this has been a wonderful reminder and just confirmation of some of this energy. If you feel like this was something wonderful, I would love it if you like this video and, you know, subscribe to the channel for more coming up. And if I leave you here, thank you so much for watching, Aries. Have an amazing, amazing week.